Hello, we are back live from my own personal home office in Indianapolis, Indiana. And we are a little limited on time, so we're going to dig right into our next segment because we have a very special guest here today with you. He came all the way from the other side of town, and joining us right now is Mr. Dan Acheson, the Executive Director of Drum Corps International.
Hello, Phantom Regiment. How are you?
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, it's great to be here.
We're so glad to have you.
I'm glad I could be here.
Yeah. So, obviously this season has been unprecedented, but how are you and the drum course, community doing?
Well, the word that always comes to mind whenever that question is asked is resilient. Where the entire community has been very resilient through all of this. And it's really amazing how many people have stepped forward that are just, they can't do enough to help all of us through this. And that's what's helping us get through this. I mean, we have a reduced staff in the DCI office, but every corps is dealing with that same situation. Resources are extremely limited, and yet somehow we're finding them because we have some great people stepping up.
Great. That's great to hear. So it sounds to me like there might be some silver linings to, obviously an unprecedented situation.
Well, the silver lining, and I kind of noticed this. I've been invited to a couple of Corps Zoom, chats and so forth. And one of the things that I noticed, it's kind of a duh moment, was how well informed these performers are going to be when they step on the field next summer. I mean, we've never had this kind of information, and just the kind of program that you're putting on today. I know that there's a cause, there's a purpose for it, but it also gives so much to the community. They learn so much about each corps and their history and what the drum corps experience means to the Phantom Regiment participants. It's fantastic.
It's interesting you bring that up because I know on our end we've had some conversations about how great of a job we do shielding the membership from the business of drum corps. And this year, more so than any other year, I think the members are realizing how much goes into actually putting on what we do every summer.
Well, yeah, and one of the messages that I like to remind the drum majors on an annual basis when they get together at our annual meeting, but most recently the corps members, is they're loved by so many people they don't even know, and that are working so hard. And we don't want them to worry about all the things that we're worrying about right now. We want them to just focus on having an incredible drum corps experience when they hit the field. And that's all they should have to worry about.
Right, yeah. Right, definitely. So what can Phantom Regiment fans do to help in this time?
Well, the first and most important thing is to support the Phantom Regiment. Do not let that go by. Everything that you can do to support the Phantom Regiment. Continue to be patient with all of us as we try to figure out the steps to safely get back onto the field in 2021. It's not going to be easy. We already know that it's going to be different. But to what level, we don't know yet. There's so many unanswered questions. I can assure you that the corps throughout Drum Corps International, the sound sport ensembles, their directors get together almost on a weekly basis and are talking through every aspect of this. When we learn a new fact or somebody tried something in a mass gathering or something like that, we're all over it. We're trying to get as much information put together as we possibly can. And of course, our Marching Music Health, Wellness, and Safety Project team, fantastic at being in the background, advising us every step of the way.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing that with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for doing what you're doing here for the Phantom Regiment.
Well, I'll tell you, I sent an email just this past week and said, Dan, I know it's last minute, but would you mind even coming to my office and just joining us for today? And he was all on board. And we're so lucky to be in the same town and be able to have you join us. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And so right now we're going to go back to the numbers. Let's check and see where we're at with our donations and our donor numbers. Robert's teeing us up here. We're at, we're climbing up. Oh, almost $30,000, you guys, and we're right at about the noon hour. So if we can keep rolling here, we're going to be doing well. We know we're going to get more people watching later today, so that's great. And as you know, if you donate at least $56 or more, we add your name to this growing donor wall on our website on Phan-a-thon.com. So you can check it out, see if you can find your name. We have to do that manually, so it's not in alphabetical order. I'm just adding them as they come in. So keep an eye out for your name to be added there. And I wanted to let you know in the next segment, so we'll be back on at 4 o'clock live with another special guest. Who I think you will enjoy hearing from. But we will be doing that around 4 o'clock. So in the meantime, between now and 4 p.m., the Phantom Regiment Alumni Association Board of Directors has decided to step up and match the next $2,000 in donations we get. So for the next few hours, if you make a donation until we get to $2,000, your donation is doubled by the PRAA board. So we're really thankful that they came through on a match for us. So let's make it worthwhile and see if we can up our numbers even more over the next few hours. So grab some lunch. We are excited about all the engagement happening on social media, and let's keep raising some money for Phantom Regiment.